We all know that eBay is notorious for facilitating the sale of scam products, but this one here takes it to new levels of scamminess, to the point that they've been so intent on making a scam product that they've actually probably spent as much making the scam product as they could making the real one. Oddly, this one comes with a California Proposition 65 warning on it. They've had a label incident as well there, and they've stuck another one over the top. So when I take this out, it comes with a presumably cloned instruction manual, and it bears a strong resemblance to the power saver plugs that you plug in and they save you electricity. Or it could be one of these plugs that you plug in that repels the insects and rodents, things like that. It's one of those styles of products. But this one is an ioniser, and it does contain the classic 2 LEDs that are required by those things. Got to be careful not to touch these prongs here because, well, this one contains an extra surprise. So an ioniser normally steps the voltage up inside to a higher voltage at low current and puts electrostatic charge in the air. That does 2 things. It helps precipitate dust out of the air, and it also creates an absolutely minute trace level of ozone that helps freshen the air. It's a natural outdoor element. Watch what happens when I put this on the live pin though and I touch the carbon bristles here. Oh my god, continuity from the live pin directly to these conductive carbon bristles, and it's like, what? And there's definitely no ionization going on, not unless you touch it, in which case it's you who will be ionized. Let's open it up. So there's a single screw at the bottom holding this shut. This is so scummy, it's unbelievable. It's like, it's good because it's so scummy. And there is the, well, for a start, they've got the wires mixed up here. Not that red and black actually indicates live and neutral these days. But there's the seemingly the potted ioniser module that you'd expect in these. Let's get this circuit board out here. And the circuit board seems to have quite a few components on it, though it's got a very odd layout. Also, it's got a big splash of solder across some pins here. Not that that's really going to stop it operating. So let's get the circuit board out and take a look. So I shall zoom down for this, just so you can actually see. And it's a very classic, it's got a diode coming in. Then it's got 2 current limiting resistors, one in series with each of the cheap gallium phosphide LEDs. And then, bizarrely, just one connection, the black connection here, which is live, comes to the rest of the circuitry, and there's just clusters of resistors. There's a chip, which appears to be a 4558D op-amp. But this is not a normal configuration just to try the pin scale like this. I have drawn the circuit diagram out. Give me one moment, I shall grab the schematic for this. Not that it's a terribly exciting schematic. Well, it is an exciting schematic in a way. So here's the active bit of the circuitry. It's 2 LEDs. They've missed a trick here. They could have used one resistor and put 2 LEDs in series. Strange. But they've got a diode, 2 resistors, 2 LEDs. That is the active bit of the circuitry. There's only one connection. They've mixed this up here. They've actually got, because of the way they've wired it, they've got live going here and neutral going here. And it then goes to this circuitry, which is just gibberish. It's nonsensical before it goes out to the ion module. And unfortunately, maybe that's where they've actually got that solder bridge across here. It doesn't really, that's the direct connection. But it's not going to really help that much because this chip is not designed to accommodate 240 volts, particularly when it's just randomly, they've got the cheapest chip possible, and they've just randomly connected the pins just to make it look like it's active in circuit, and it's odd. Anyway, next thing, let's get the ion module out. This is going to have to crack out here. And I think I'm going to try and depot this. I have a feeling I know what's inside because someone reminded me that these exist. Let's just try. Let's try and get this potting open. Let's loosen up these carbon fibre emitters, which are real carbon fibre emitters with real wires connected to a real ioniser-like module. So they've gone to that extent. I thought maybe they've just hot melt glued these wires in and filled it with resin because that is a common enough thing. Let's get this out of the way. But when you test with the probe, you find out that the black wire going in is connected to... Hold on, let's see if I can get a good connection here. Maybe it's not connected to anything in there. Oh, it is. It's connected to that emitter. And is it connected to that? And that one. And then the other connector is just connected to the other ones directly. There's no high voltage circuitry there at all. Is it actually even connected to anything? Oh, it might not be. Oh, no, I've got continuity there and no continuity in that one. It's not doing anything. Right, tell you what. I'm going to see if I can open this and we'll see what's inside. One moment, please. Well, I wish everything was as easy to depot as that. It was helped greatly by the complete lack of components inside, because it is just a circuit board with two strips. The red is connected to two of the emitters, the black is connected to the other. There are two positions for resistors, but they're just on the same, they've got their pins linked, almost as if they felt that they should add extra components in here just in case someone depotted it, so they might think they were special ion resistors. And so here's the bizarre thing. They've got the case, they've potted the circuit board. They could have bought a potted module from the many specialists in China who sell them. But they've got the ioniser emitters, which are real ioniser emitters, and they've gone to the effort of soldering them onto the circuit board and the wires. They've got this circuit board made with all these useless components. The only bits needed are the two resistors here. They could have saved a resistor. Maybe they just want more components, make more realer. But they were so close to actually having an actual ioniser, especially given that they had to mount these into the case and of the case in the first place. It's so bizarre. It's just like they said, let's deliberately just spend lots of time making a scam product. How devious. So I'd like to thank Adi, A-D-I, Adi, for reminding me that these things exist, because sadly, I've come across these in the past. They've been around a very, very long time. It's obviously a lucrative industry making fake products. And it does have that logo. His was different. His had the ioniser emitter sticking down. Mine is a different case, but it's got the same logo, the green square with the house with the leaves inside it. And yeah, it's a nice enough case. The pins are almost compliant. The earth pin is just normal pin size. It should actually be a bit bigger, but it still goes into a socket okay. And yeah, perplexing. So perplexing, and made so much worse that as part of their elaborate scam to make things look connected, they have actually connected the live, in this instance, directly via that solder bridge, although it would have just shorted straight through the chip anyway if you'd touched the front. But they've effectively connected it all the way through to the point that the actual carbon fibre emitters were connected directly to that leg. And depending on the polarity is such, it depends if this black wire here actually gets connected to live or not, whichever one ends that track. If you had a just unpolarized plug, it's a 50-50 chance of you having live emitters. In the UK, as it's wired, it's going to be live emitters every time at full mains voltage with no significant current limiting. So, splendid. Yes. That is perplexing. So there we have it. If you see cases like this, I hope this isn't someone's actual logo they've stolen as well, because that would be a shame. But if you see a case with this logo on it, and it's the generic power saver insect repelling ioniser case, then there's a good chance that it's going to be fake. But pleasingly fake in a way. I actually quite enjoyed taking that apart.